Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome back to Build a Page layout number 5. Woohoo! We're there. I have a bonus one for you as well, but we're not quite there yet. Today we are going to work with my photo for my Mother's Day copy and my pretty flowers that are outside our front door. This little coffee cup and the My Mind's Eye Wild Asparagus collection. So if you remember, there's some florals, ephemera, chipboard, and then I pulled out quite a few papers actually, and we're gonna see what I come up with. Maybe it's not, maybe they're just thick. They're just thick. So I've got the yellow, pretty yellow, this blue, which I'm definitely gonna be using as a border. Or a mat, excuse me, and then I have this one too. So we'll see what happens. I think I might try to find an inspiration so I can do May I Scrap Lift You on top of it and combine them together. So I'm gonna get you on fast forward. All right, guys, I ended up just doing this one last night and didn't record it. It just wasn't. It was the weirdest weather. We had like this huge thunder and rainstorm. There was no lightning to it, but it was just crazy. It was dark. It didn't happen. So I did some mixed media. I went ahead and sprayed it in the bright pink that matched the flowers. So that helped match my flowers, but it also made it possible for me to use that coffee cup, which was the starting point, remember, because otherwise this was not working. Like, it wasn't matching anything. The colors are too muted versus the rest of it. But having this nice bright pop of color work with the flowers and the cut file, or this piece of ephemera, was perfect. And I actually got this idea. I messaged Sarah because she's really good with stuff like that, about things that should be underneath softer colors. Sarah is the queen of these colors. Like, it's just, honestly, she's good with that. And I'm not so much. And so if you know someone that is really good at something, message them. And I will say, even if you don't talk to them very often, most of us know who most of the rest of us are. And we are more than happy to give our input on what we personally would do. And then you take that advice and you turn it into what's going to work for you. Daisy and I do this all the time. We make suggestions and we don't always take the suggestions that the other one gives us, but it does help us think it through enough to come up with either we're going to take the suggestion and do it, or it triggers something else and I'm like, oh no, we can do it this way, and our layout gets finished because of that. Now, you don't, like I said, you do not have to take the advice, but it's always a really good idea to message someone that you know is good at something maybe you're struggling with, and just say, hey, what would you do in this situation? And see what their answer is. So my little tip for you today. But yeah, so I went ahead and used that bright color, and then I backed the cut file, and I didn't quite get the cut file enough in, so just this tiny little bit got cut off, but that was okay because it gave me exactly where the cut file needed to go. And sometimes having things like that, those little mistakes, actually help. It told me exactly where everything needed to go, so I made it for this side, and I had the room for this title here. This title was actually a lot longer, but I didn't cut my cut file correctly. I needed to have it go twice, and I only did it once, and this helped make that work. And then I used the ephemera and everything from the Wild Asparagus collection. I bordered it and just kind of played, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. Some things are on fun foam, and I also did some splattering in yellow. That is something where Sarah actually had suggested I do brown, but I tend to lean away from brown. It's not really my color, but yellow worked. I felt yellow would work well, and that's what I came up with. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this one. I will be back tomorrow with my bonus layout. I'm not quite done with it. I'm still working on it, so it probably won't get up today. It'll be up tomorrow, along with my wrap up. That being said, if I don't get my layout done, the wrap up won't actually get done until, sorry about that. Yeah, anyway, so I went in with the ephemeras and I used all of them. So I used the actual pieces of ephemera, I used the chipboard, I used the stickers, and it was just giving me the dimensions that I wanted, and a little tiny bit of scrap paper to bring in the two other patterns that were on the back sides of the ones that I used. I'm just really pleased with how this turned out. And I cut my cut file out of pattern paper, and I hardly ever do that. So bonus points for me there. All right. Yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. What I was saying before I got cut off is that if I don't get my bonus layout done today, I'm going to do my wrap up and share the bonus layout next week, because it's really hard to film this type of stuff during the weekend with everyone home. And I'm just not sure what's going to happen. So I'm going to wait till this afternoon and make that decision. You might see the bonus layout, you might not. We will see. The other option I have is I can do my wrap up video later next week. Like, I'll film it on Tuesday. It's a long weekend here in Canada. So my oldest is off from school today too. He's got a 4-day weekend, but Sean will be off for the Monday too. And I think we're probably going to just hang out as a family. And so doing these type of videos just is not possible. So the wrap up for that would then be posted sometime on Tuesday. So yeah, anyways, something should be up tomorrow. I'm just not sure what it is. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.